you guys get to go out on your own terms, and you get to have an ending. I mean,
Exactly.
you got to feel amazing about that.
I think that's the most cool thing about it. Julie was saying this at our last read-through, or our first read-through of the season, that this is a unique opportunity for us to like put the characters to bed in the story, tie up the loose ends in the way that we want to. So few shows get to have that opportunity, so we're really grateful for that, absolutely.
Yeah, and for you, Riley?
Yeah, it's definitely a privilege, and you know, last year we weren't sure, and now we get to actually like lay it all out there and give you a really great last season, and yeah, do the best with our characters, you know, for the end.
And Julie Plec as your showrunner.
Yeah, back in business.
I know.
Very
Well, it's
exciting.
you know it's funny because last year it was really important to me to be as present with Vampire Diaries in its final year as I could, and also Narducci, my beloved Michael Narducci. I really wanted him to be able to spread his wings without like Mama Bear, you know, being like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing it that way? What's happening?" and let him really shine. And then he got a better job and left me, so but I'm excited to be back. I love this show. Making the pilot for this series was one of the most fulfilling professional experiences I've ever had. We were in New Orleans in the French Quarter, and it was just so incredible, and it has such a spot in my heart, so I'm glad to like sort of be able to see it all the way through.
So where are we going to pick up with Vincent? I mean, obviously, you know, you got rid of the Hollow, you helped them get rid of the Hollow,
Right.
but I mean, that was something that really haunted your character last season. Is he going to be sort of drawn back in? I mean, if they get back together.
It's just like Godfather 3 where he is pulled back in.
Always.
Yes, always and forever. Absolutely. Well, when we left Vincent and the Michelsons in season 4, we managed to pull the Hollow out of Little Hope, and we put it into the 4 Michelson siblings. And I think in the first season, or the first episode of the season, we're going to see how these siblings are drawn back together and how this evil that we tried to put away with or do away with in the 4th season might come back to haunt us again in the 5th season, or coming together.
I like to call Vincent always in the room. I'm like, you guys, he's Cassandra the prophet. He's the one, or he's Chicken Little. Either way we want to look at it, he's the one who's like, guys,
Totally.
the end is nigh. You know, the sky is falling, and everyone's like, it's fine. We've been through this before. And
Right.
now knowing that it's the last season, well, the sky might in fact actually fall, and that's the fun of it.
For Freya, I mean, hopefully she's had a little bit of her own happily ever after in these last few years.
I mean, I think for the
Kind of.
first time in her life, she's actually had some peace, you know, during this time. She's fallen in love. And
she's not going to sleep for 100 years anymore.
she's not going to sleep for 100 years anymore. And yeah, it's the first time we see her vulnerable and care about something other than her family. And she's kind of in that predicament now where she's like, do I get to put myself first now instead of my family? And that's hard for her because family's always been the most important thing. So she's kind of in that predicament, I think, this season. But, you know, Keelan means the world to her, so.
Yay. Lastly, you guys at Comic-Con, you just did the signing. What does it mean to be here? The fans came out supporting the show.
I got some tears. I got some teary-eyed fans. I couldn't tell if they were mad at me or like happy, but.
I don't think they're mad at you at all, Julie. This is the most unique environment that I've ever in my life been a privilege to be a part of. The love that I just received from these the fans down here is just so unique, and I love it so much. And Comic-Con is just, I don't know, it's just special. So I'm privileged to be here. Yeah.
I say we don't get out much. You know, everybody thinks our lives are really exciting. We don't get out much. We are hard workers.
I think I have.
So, yeah, exactly. So Comic-Con is sort of like our little fun party weekend. You know, we get to come, we get to have nice parties, meet lots of great people, have some good sushi, and then and a couple cocktails, and
Be together. We're like
and be
all
together, exactly.
And yeah, the fans are, you know, the reason our characters are alive. So getting to meet them and seeing them love the show is just so humbling, and we're super grateful and just very excited to be here.